Hello, my friends. This is Fran here, and this is a video today is going to have in it 4 to 5 breathing exercises, and we're going to keep it really simple, just that. First, I want to say I hope you're all doing well, and make sure you have with you today a glass of water so that you can refresh yourself in between the breathing exercises, and rest whenever you need to. That's going to be very, very important, because even though controlled breathing exercises are actually wonderful to help reduce anxiety, if you do not rest when you need to, sometimes it can actually make you get more anxious. So if you feel a little overwhelmed by the exercises we're doing, just make sure you stop, rest, gather your wits, and rejoin the exercise when you feel relaxed. So first thing I want to talk about with the breath, which I think is most important for the benefit of those of you who have never done breathing exercise before. We're just going to go over first the difference of feeling your breath in your chest, your ribs, and your belly. Myself included in this, when I was younger, before I did these exercises, I would, if somebody said breathe from your belly, I wouldn't have known what the heck they were talking about, because it takes us awareness. It takes observing ourselves with awareness to notice where we feel the breath in our body, where we feel it coming from. So I'm gonna go over that with you first, and we'll only do a little bit of soft stretching in between if we need to take a rest from the breathing. So first, let's do exactly that. Let's focus on one of the big ones, is breathing into the chest. Now your lungs are in your ribs, up here, belly's down here. There's a lot of, your diaphragm's right here, and this is an area I know for me for years I would get very tight, and that interfered with my breathing deep into my belly. I used to have anxiety, and I felt it right here. Your torso muscles, you want to be able to notice that you can relax them in here. That's going to make a huge difference in how you breathe. Now, when you're breathing in the chest, the upper chest, of course, it's not a very big area. And when you're anxious, you kind of naturally breathe just through the chest, which makes total sense, because your breathing is much more inhibited because you're scared, or there's a little bit of fear or anxiety in your muscles. So you're not able to open up and really breathe deep. So we end up breathing shallow breathing, chest breathing. So let's just go over, see if we can feel just that. If you want, you can put your fingers lightly on your upper chest like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to inhale, and even though you're going to naturally want to breathe into your ribs and maybe even deeper, see if you can put your hand on your belly to see what you're doing with your belly. You want to keep it flat for this. See if you can feel yourself just inhale through your nose into the chest. Now let's exhale first. Now inhale just into the chest. So you can feel this fill up, but you won't feel your ribs expand. Exhale. Breathe into the chest. And release, exhale. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper. We're going to see if we can feel our breathing that expands the lungs, that expands the ribs. If you want, you can put your hands right on your rib cage here, and you'll feel your rib cage expand. So this is just a practice in awareness, so you can feel where you're breathing. So when you inhale, go to feeling let your ribs expand. And don't worry about the belly. Here we go. Exhale first. Now inhale into the ribs. And you can see my ribs are expanding. Now exhale. They're contracted. Now inhale. And exhale. Feel the ribs contract. Okay, just relax a moment here. Roll your shoulders up. Inhale. Exhale down. And again, inhale up. Exhale down. Now roll your shoulders alternately. Okay, now we're going to put our hands on our belly, and when we inhale, we're going to feel ourselves breathing, filling up the belly. We're just practicing being aware of the difference between breathing in the chest, breathing into the lungs, the ribs expand, or breathing deep into the belly, which is diaphragmic breathing. So now hands on your belly so we can feel what we're doing with the belly. If you feel the belly expand when you inhale, then you're filling up the belly. So exhale first. Now inhale into the belly. Now you can see there, I expanded there. Exhale. Inhale, fill up the belly, feel the belly expand. And exhale. One more time, fill up the belly. Exhale. Now, the reason why I went over that first is one of the most wonderful breathing exercises we're going to do. You have to actually separate, feel the breath first drop into your belly, and then you're going to feel your ribs expand, and then your upper chest expand, and then you're going to reverse that as you exhale. So it's very important to have some idea of what it feels like when you're filling up in the belly, the difference between that and filling up so that your ribs expand, and then filling up in the upper chest. Okay, so first, before we do that particular exercise, breathing exercise, we're going to do a very simple one. Don't worry about anything with where the breathing's coming from for this first exercise. We're going to inhale, and if you can fill up in the belly, that's wonderful. Inhale. But it doesn't matter if it goes into your chest or your lungs as well. Exhale, let it out. Just in general, feel that you're taking in the breath through your nostrils. Slowly exhale, let the breath out through the mouth or the nose. Inhale, fill up the lungs, the belly, whatever you got there, and exhale. Now, with this very simple breathing exercise that we just did, this is a good one to do if you're feeling anxious, just to start yourself in the direction of relaxing. I know that when I have anxiety and then I go to breathe, to do my breathing exercises to help me get centered and relaxed, it's a little harder to do the breathing exercises at first, so I do the simplest ones first, which is breathing deep into the belly, or as deep as I can without force, and then letting the breath out. And you want to do it as steady as possible. And we all know that those of us who have felt anxiety, when you feel anxious, the steadiness is one of the things that's not there. So let's do this again. Inhale, steady, as if you're sipping through a straw. Through the nostrils, exhale. It's one of the reasons why I use the arms like this with the breathing. Inhale, steady, because the arms are opening steady, gradual. Exhale. So as I said, this particular simple breathing exercise that we just did is a wonderful way to start to relax yourself. If you're feeling anxious or upset and you want to get yourself centered again and relaxed. So that's the first one. There's no name for it. This next one is Pranamasana. I'm going to try to do pranayama, breathing exercises. I'm going to try to do 3 of them. This first one I love. It's great to do if you're laying down in the bed. This is the one where when we breathe, we're going to first inhale and take the breath into the belly. So your belly's going to expand. You're going to fill up the belly as best you can. And then when it feels like you can't fill it anymore, let your ribs expand. You're filling up the lungs. And then when that feels full, then you fill up the top of your chest. Then when you empty, you're going to reverse this process. Empty from the chest first, then the ribs, and then empty out what's left in the belly. So just remember, if it helps you, use this as your guide. We're going to take the breath first into the belly, then to the ribs, then to the chest. Then when we empty, we're going to go backwards. We're going to empty from the chest, then empty the ribs, and then empty from the belly. Okay? And we'll try that a few times. We'll see if we get to a few times. So, first, we want to inhale normally and exhale. Now inhale and let your breath, you're inhaling through the nose, let your breath drop down into the belly slowly. Inhale, fill up the belly only. Now that feels almost full to me now, my ribs. Now the upper chest, and you can tell it's going into the upper chest when you start to open this way. Now we're going to empty from the upper chest first. Ribs, belly. Now, that was one full round. Because I'm talking to you in between, it might slow it down a little bit. It might make it a little harder. So this next time, I'm going to mostly point to the areas and try not to slow you down by talking to you in between. Now just do a regular inhale and exhale. Exhale through the nose or the mouth. Inhale through the nose right down to the belly. Fill it up. Now fill up the ribs. Fill up the chest. Now let the chest go. Ribs. Empty the belly. Relax. Just relax a moment. Breathe normally. I find it's easier with this particular exercise, as you're just learning it, to stop in between. Now do a regular inhale and exhale. Exhale. Now inhale through the nose right down to the belly. Fill it up. Fill up the ribs. Upper chest. Now you are full of breath. Let it go first off the top. through the chest. Ribs empty, belly empty out. Relax. I'll say hello to my kitty for a little rest in between. And to my baby. Okay, so just relax here. We're going to do the next one again, and this time we're going to do 2 more rounds, but this time I'm not going to rest in between. So we're going to inhale deep into the belly, then the ribs expand, then the chest, and you're going to empty from the chest, the ribs, the belly, and then you're going to fill up in the belly right away again. Then the ribs, then the chest, and just empty out from the top down. Okay, so we're going to do 2 rounds of breath in a row. Just before we do that, inhale. And exhale. Get ready. Inhale through the nose right down to the belly. Fill it up. Now fill the ribs, expand. Feel the chest expand. Now we're going to let it go from the chest, ribs, belly. Inhale through the nose to the belly. Ribs expand. Chest fill up. Now empty the chest first. Ribs, belly. Now relax. I love this particular exercise. Once you get into a rhythm and you relax into the pattern, there's going to be a beautiful rolling motion of the breath gradually coming in and filling from down to up to all the way up. And then when you empty, which is kind of counterintuitive, you empty off the top first, then the ribs, then the belly empties out completely. There's just a beautiful flow, subtle flow of this breath. This is a lovely breathing exercise. The name of this one that we just did is called, I might be saying it wrong, Dirga Pranayama. Now this next one, I've done, some of you, of course, if you haven't done these at all before, you don't know it, but in my yoga classes, I use this all the time, and in my chair yoga classes. What's wonderful about this breathing exercise, it's pranayama, it's called Nadi Sodhana. It means alternate nostril breathing. So you go from breathing into the right nostril, then just the right nostril, and then you go to the left, and you go back and forth this way. And this brings balance to the 3 doshas of the human experience, which are mind, body, and soul. Because this going back and forth, left and right across the body, it's one of the ways that the body's systems naturally work. They go back and forth from left to right, from front to back. That's in the way the systems flow. So I will show you this exercise. First, we are going to start. Now, my right nostril, if you're mirroring me, it's going to be your left. So let's start it where you're mirroring me, and it's going to be this side, this nostril that we start. We're going to cover that nostril. Now, before we do it, do a regular inhale, exhale, and let's do that again. Just a regular inhale deep into your body, and exhale, let that breath out as slowly as you can. Now we're going to bring, this will be your left hand. You can use your thumb to cover the left nostril. So we're going to inhale through the nostril that's open. Inhale through the nose on this side. Inhale. Now switch your hand to cover the other nostril, the right nostril. Exhale on this side, on the left. Inhale on this side. Cover this left side. Exhale on the right. Inhale on this right side. Cover the right. Exhale on the left. Inhale on that left nostril, in the left nostril. Now cover that left nostril. Exhale on the right. Inhale on the right. Cover that right nostril before you exhale, and then exhale on the left. Inhale on the left. Cover that left nostril. Exhale on the right. Inhale on the right. Now let it go and just exhale as you normally would. Now just relax here a moment. Just close your eyes for a moment. And if you want to sway your spine a little bit side to side, just to relax a little bit. Now bring your shoulders up. We're just relaxing a little bit in between. Inhale. Exhale down. Now there's only two more things I'm going to do with you. The next one is called Ujjayi breathing. And in the Ujjayi breathing we do something that we don't usually do. We inhale through the mouth. It's actually the proper way to breathe is to always inhale through the nose, because when you inhale through the nose, there's all kinds of filters that will cleanse the air that you're taking into your lungs, into your whole body, into your blood. So going through the nose is the way you should be normally inhaling and exhaling, except for certain exercises that are traditional yogic exercises. So this particular exercise, you're going to bring your tongue, it's kind of hard to describe, but if you basically, for now, if you're just learning, bring your tongue to the roof of your mouth so that it's kind of rolling back a little bit. We're going to inhale through the mouth, but you're kind of constricting at the back of your throat a little bit for the inhale. Then you close your mouth, and you're going to exhale through the nostrils. Now, this breath, I love this name. This breath is called ocean breath. It's also called, the meaning of Ujjayi is victorious breath. But this ocean breath is partly called ocean breath because the sound of it gives you the experience of it. It's as if you're listening to the ocean, the tide rolling in, the tide pulling back. So I'll show it to you. I'll start it, and if you want, you can join me after you watch me do it a couple of times. Ujjayi breathing. So tongue to the roof. Inhale through the mouth. It's going to make this ocean-like sound. Then close the mouth. Exhale slow as you can through the nose. through the mouth, inhale. Close the mouth, exhale through the nose. Inhale through the mouth, tongue to the roof. Close the mouth, exhale slowly through the nose. Inhale through the mouth. Close the mouth, you're full of the breath. Exhale through the nose. Now just inhale normally and go back to your regular breathing. Roll your shoulders a little bit. I'm going to need a little drink of water here, so let's get a little drink of water. So I just remember there is one other thing I want to do, so we still have 2 things left. One of them is very small. But this other breath, I'm not even sure exactly what it's called, but it's a wonderful breath exercise to do if you are having trouble falling asleep. I am a good sleeper, but when I do have a few times that for some reason I'm wide awake, I'm having trouble going to sleep, I do this breath while I'm laying in bed in the middle of the night, and every time, after 3 or 4 times, it's like counting sheep, I fall asleep. I fall deeply asleep after this breathing. So it's very deeply relaxing, and it's wonderful to relieve stress, tension. Also, all of these breathing exercises are wonderful to help. They help depression. So here's how this breath goes, and again, this is one I use a lot in yoga and chair yoga classes. I'm going to mimic my breath with my arms. We're going to inhale for 4 counts. It's called 4-7-8. Inhale deep into the belly, then you wait. You don't inhale or exhale, and normally it's 7 counts. So I'm not inhaling or exhaling right here, and then I'm going to exhale through the mouth for 8 counts ideally, but I'm not going to do that with you here. I'm going to shorten it a little bit in case some of you are totally new. Now inhale into the belly, 4 counts. Stop, keep the breath in your lungs. It's cleaning out your lungs. Your lungs love that oxygen being in there for a few moments, not moving. Exhale. Inhale, fill up the belly. Stop, don't inhale or exhale. And then exhale, slow, gradual. Inhale, fill up your belly. Stop. Exhale slowly. I feel like I'm going to fall asleep right now. Inhale, fill up the belly through the nose. Stop. And exhale. Now fill up, inhale. Bring your arms all the way up. And we're leaving the exercise. We're rotating our wrists down. And that's it. Now this last thing I'm going to do with you is Qigong. I love this particular Qigong breathing exercise. It's very simple, and for some reason it's a very good exercise just to allow yourself to relax and focus on the steady rhythm of your deep breathing. Remember that in most of the breathing we are inhaling through the nose, so you're taking the breath in through the nose. When you exhale, for some of these exercises we're exhaling through the mouth, but you can also exhale through the nose. So this is Qigong. Back of the hands together. Inhale up. Exhale, press away from your chest, round your back. Inhale, open. Feel that breath come into your lungs and ribs. Exhale, empty. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, press. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. One more time around. Inhale, up. Exhale, press away. Inhale, open. Exhale, down. Rest your hands on your lap. Just close your eyes for one moment here. And I hope these breathing exercises help you. I'm sure I'll be coming up with something else to follow this up. But you have a wonderful day. And you can do any of these exercises you want. You can just do a couple of them at a time. You don't have to do them all at once. So enjoy your day, and thank you for joining me for these exercises. Namaste.